here what happened. Steve Parker's going to give him to watch as he backs in the fence.
Overturns completely in the air, comes down on all four.
Looks like those guys at the X Games, the way they do those skates. Wow.
Man, oh, man.
That was
Well, we talk about the X Games. That's when racing turns into an extreme sport. We just hope that Steve is okay. Let's take a look at it. Again, it's just about the same type of crash. He goes over once, 1.5 times, and then rolls back on the hood.
Looked like he was going to roll on the wheels, and all of a sudden, whoa, he's going to go down and talk to somebody. No, guess he just running across the racetrack.
This pack at some point in time to try to run that. Oh, here we go, 3 wide. Jimmy. Oh! Contact, and Jimmy Foster's on his side down the backstretch. More cars coming through. Scott Frayling is involved. One car spinning around upside down the back straightaway. And it comes to rest on all fours as the field tries to get slowed down. Turn 3, you see Foster's car get up on its side, go into the outside catch fence. There's Frayling there. The 28 car of Kelly is there. They come back across.
And there we see Frayling hit the is that the 75 car?
Looks like Brent Moore, the Grease Lightning car, the Gary Moore on car, and it's up on its roof spinning around and around coming toward us, the Grease Lightning Ford. These 2 cars got together, these 3 cars got together right here. They're in front of 2/3 of the field, are all running in that pack. You saw him go back up and hit the yellow car, come down and get into Foster. Boom, Hopgood's got no place to go. They're in that wreck. There's 4 cars in that bunch right up against the wall right there. Here's a tire comes off. These guys are trying to avoid it. No place to go.
And there we see Frayling is going to touch, we think it's a 75 car, and he just starts tumbling down the backstretch. Back and battling for that 4th spot alongside Foster. Oh, Scott Weaver, the pole sitter.
And he gets tagged from behind. He gets together with the car number 50 of Chad Branham. And they're still wrecking. His car's coming through. Whoa, another heavy impact. The 07 car.
George Crenshaw. That was one heck of a lick. But as you can see, the visibility is gone. When these cars spin around and all that tire smoke, there is no visibility.
Here comes cars now, and they still can't see to get through it. You can't see these cars coming through it. So you can imagine what it was like while it was happening.
Man, Kyle, check this out. There we see the first contact between Weaver and Branham, I guess. Yes. And there's the first lick that you talked about, Jerry. And now, as the 2-car Weaver comes back off the racetrack, it's going to get worse. But believe it or not, folks, it's going to get worse. Watch, the black car just gets by the other car, but here comes Crenshaw and head on those 2 cars.
You know, and you look at the wreck and you say, well, how come the 2-car didn't just slam on brakes and keep the car on the wall? When it tears off that right front, you see him go down across the racetrack, come back up. Right here, probably severed a brake line when he got hit. He couldn't get this car worked down. Look at the tire bouncing right here.
And, folks, that's what the people behind him are seeing. See all that smoke? We can't see what's going on. All right, let's see if the left front tire, yep. Let's see, does the left front, it's not smoking now.
It's down.
It's down. There the left front goes flat. And at worst, this is the worst thing that could possibly happen. The truck going in the corner, the left front go down, and watch this truck go straight ahead. Oh. Wow. At best, he would have to make pit stop. That was the worst absolute thing that could happen. That's a brake hose.
Yes,
that was brake hose that they run air ducts through the grills to the brakes to cool them, and what we saw was that brake duct. And catch that freight train to see if it will take me to the front. Already they're going by David Green. Now they're going to try Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the outside. Oh! Schrader hard on the outside.
Schrader up high on the outside. Cars sliding on the inside. 2, 3, 4, 5 cars now sliding or reading together in turn 1. One car erupts in flames out in turn 1 as they continue to have impact. As now there is flame burning all the way across the racetrack. Up, the next pack starts running into each other, and you'll see them start running into each other right here. They kick the 59 out of position here. All of a sudden, the racetrack is blocked. You can't see anything. You're driving in there blind, and everybody runs over everybody, and there's no place for anybody to go.
Now the Briggs Stratton roof camera from Kenny Schrader. Buckle up and ride along as you watch this accident at 195 miles an hour. There's the impact. Continuing to spin around, 360 down in turn one. Now here's traffic coming right at him. He almost comes to a stall and gets hits again in the backside. The Jeff Krogh car erupting in flames. When Schrader got hit the second time, there was fire on the racetrack, and the fire ran all the way back down to his race car along that trail of gasoline reignited.
There's Shane Hall driving in to see Phil Parsons, Brad Loney. I mean, they must have half the field down in turn one.
Well, there's Dale Jarrett right there as they head off in the corner. He goes down on the flat part of the racetrack.
He might have had a little bit of a bump from the 28 car, his teammate, as they went in there.
At 190 miles an hour, it's almost impossible for the brakes to slow the car to miss the incident. You steer for the hole and hope it's still there when you get there.
Boy, that track closed up in a hurry. When one car spun, as close as they were running together, they had to get a lot of other cars involved.
Add Ricky Rudd. Right there at the start of that replay, was there contact between Jarrett and the 28?
Yeah, it looked like there was just light contact, just enough to turn him down on flat and shoot him right back up in front of oncoming traffic.
Another angle. The cars you're watching, Jarrett's already gone at that point.
And just shoots back up across the racetrack right into Terry Labonte. And then other cars, there's Mark Martin in 6th car. There comes Ward Burton in number 22.
Jeffrey Bodine, he was the next to him there.
Robert Presley.
Someone's upside down there.
That was Bodine, I believe, that went on his route. Let's show you Dale Jarrett's view. Well, that showed you which car was upside down.
Brother.
Round Ward Burton, and so Rick Mast will get a lap back here and come back around to rejoin the fray. Vicious crash with Dave Marcus up in turn two. He and Brett Bodine racing side by side into that corner, and Marcus's car literally thrown all four wheels off the ground about 3 or 4 feet in the air, spinning around before it came back to rest right side up. But again, Dave has dropped the window net, his indicator to the safety officials that he is okay.
Jeff Green got sideways there underneath the 27 car. Casey Atwood almost lost control.
And a big...
Oh, trouble.
Oh, and one car upside down.
Casey Atwood. And sliding through the grass, Kenson climbs around.
White and yellow flag.
Atwood's car is destroyed. Saw the officials with the caution flag out very quickly as leader Randy LaJoie came to the flag. But as we mentioned, LaJoie not sure if he had passed under the caution or not. Came around at speed.
See them coming in a straight line there. They make contact. You'll see 27 just turn right from the contact from behind.
When that car gets sideways to the wind, a little bit of uncontrollable lift there.
And amazingly, Hillenberg comes on around to finish in 4th place.
You see the damage to the right front corner, but like you say, Ned, he did make it around.
And the best thing that happened to Casey Atwood inside that car is that each one of those impacts took off a little more speed, a little more momentum.
Exactly.
As it went over and around.
But that had happened right there while he was still running 180 miles an hour, and much worse. All right.
Let's see what happened to Danny Bagman. Wow, car tumbling side over side. The windshield is gone. Parts and pieces flying off. The tires are gone. The axle, the rear end is gone. Motor parts out of the car. The hood is gone. The roof is gone.
And see the roll cage? It comes down on the roll cage, but he is secure in that seat, still buckled in with that 5-point seat belt when the car comes to a rest. All right, here he comes along. That's looking up pit road as the car goes by him. He's rolling side over side. There comes the rear end housing out. The windshield's already gone. The front tires are gone. Sheet metal peeled away. There comes the windshield down in one piece on the racetrack, the Lexan windshield, and cars are going by. And I'm just thankful right here that there were no cars that came by that hit him from the bottom side, like what happened to Scott Weaver when he was hit head-on by George Crenshaw.
Yeah, and